Here's an interesting one. Bruce Lee slips and rips a hook. Grabs the opponent's wrist. He's going to kick the opponent's leg up as he pulls the wrist down, gets the takedown. How badass. Here's the fun one, man. Opponent goes for that same double wrist lock that we looked at earlier. Got the 2-on-1 grip here. Opponent's going to try to step through and force Bruce to flip. Of course, the wise and powerful Bruce Lee is hip to this. He's going to step around him. Now he's going to deliver the ridge hand here, right? Ridge hand to the ribs. Man doubles over. While he's doubled over, Bruce Lee throws two arms behind, right? Left hand grabs around one leg. Left leg hooks around the other leg. Boom. Splits him open with a banana split here. Now we're going to punch him right in the dick. Bam. Oof. Bruce Lee does something interesting here. He just lets him up. And it begs the question, was Bruce really hip to how effective ground fighting was? Or was he hip to ground fighting and he just did this for the movie because striking looks better in a movie? Taking a look at Bruce go for a groin shot off a single leg. We see Bruce hit the parry. We know this man loves to punish people off of parries. One leg goes for the single. The left hand reaches down for like an ankle pick. Nut punch at the same time. That is an effective single leg technique. Now keep in mind, guys, going for the groin is definitely considered dirty for good reason. But if you are in a fight for your life, hitting him in the groin is the quickest and easiest way to end it. So even though this is a mixed martial arts channel, it's at least good to consider the groin stuff. Practice it once in a while, for the very least so you can defend it. Alright, here's a fun one. Bruce grabs a man that's tried to grab him by the back with two hands there. So once again, you're going to see Bruce hinges at the hips here. Now keep in mind, a lot of these throws are unidentifiable. But the message here is, can you use the mechanics of the body as it is to throw anyone from any position? And to do that, you really have to understand hinging at the hips and squatting. But definitely hinging at the hips tends to be more important than squatting. You want to understand them both, but it's that hinging motion, the motion you'd use for a deadlift. And when you really understand that move and you combine them with Righteous Fury, you can kind of grab them from wherever you are. Here we're going to see a back elbow, right? Not a position you really practice from. Notice Bruce hits a deep hinge, more power. Now he's unhinged, and as he does so, he can throw the man across the room. Could sit here and name this something and call it this move or whatever, but it's really about understanding how the body works to throw somebody versus understanding just a throw. Right? Here's not something, a move you would practice, but it was appropriate at the time. And I know this is choreography, but that's the message. You know, can you be ready for anything? Can you be ready to throw an undefinable move should you need to? Here we see something similar to an ankle pick. And it's not that you practice this move. It's just that, are you ready for anything? Here we're going to see a hammer fist to the foot, right? Something you don't really see every day, but it's about keeping the mind open to do what is necessary at the moment, not trying to conform to a certain style. Here we see something similar to a single leg with a turn there. Yes, knowing the fundamentals is important, but there's like a higher level. Here, we see Bruce Lee hit a reverse catch, right? Palm is facing up with his left hand. Here, blocks the strike from Han. Right, just having the claw changes things. Chop to the stomach there. Ridge hand to the stomach. Boom. We're going to switch the grip. He's going to whip him over more with like a classic single leg finish. And we're following up with a big head kick to the head. It's about keeping open, guys. It's about being able to throw from wherever he grabs you. Here, combos. Now, Bruce was an expert in what you call the lead leg spam. This is where you throw a lot of lead leg attacks that are all kind of coming in different directions. So we're going to see here, we've got a side kick, right? That's a kick that comes straight at you. Then we're going to see a hook kick. So he's bringing the leg up and he's going to whip it across, coming from a different direction. Then we see a roundhouse kick. So we've got three different directions of attack with that lead leg spam. Boom. Let's take a look at another one here. Starting off with the side kick, right? Lead leg side kick coming straight at the opponent. That's the first attack. Now, I know it's hard to tell what kick that was, but that's kind of the point. All of these kicks
look the same going out and coming back in. That's what makes it confusing, and that's why you have the same looking chamber, but the kick is coming from many different directions and heights. Next up, we're going to see a hook kick, right? Hook kick's coming around from the side as opposed to straight like that side kick. So already we got two different directions from the dragon here. Now within the same combo, we've got a roundhouse kick, which is coming from the other side as the hook kick. So in that little combo there, three different directions of kicks. Okay, next up, we got Bruce starting off with a front kick. This is all in that lead leg spam kind of category. Next up, looks like it's a hook kick. I know they're tough to define. It really took me some real studying of the tape to make a guess here, but I think it's a hook kick because it's swinging around. Now the roundhouse kick coming from the other side. So we had front, around one side, and around to the other side. Now it looks like a side kick's coming, right? Because the guy gets knocked back, so I'm guessing straight line attack. This is one of Bruce Lee's most used combos, by the way, this lead leg spam. Here we're going to take a look again. This is a roundhouse kick, starting off with a lead leg roundhouse kick. Boom, we're going in with a side kick, which is a straight line attack. Boom, we're coming around with the hook kick, which is coming from the side. Constantly switching up which way the kick is coming from, the direction of attack. Here, starting off, this is clearly a roundhouse kick. If I've been wrong in this video so far with these lead leg spams, let me know. Boom, we got looks like a side kick coming at him in a straight line. And then finally, we've got a hook kick. So there's three different directions of attack as well. It's almost never two of the same. And if the lead leg isn't getting it done, one of the most common things Bruce is going to do is end with the spinning hook kick. The spinning hook kick, you spam him with that lead leg for so long, then bam, you whip the spinning hook kick around. You can catch him with it. It's not just a movie thing, trust me. Here we see again, lead leg, comes in, Chuck Norris blocks low, and then one of the reasons this will work is because you can get him blocking low, and then you can hit the spin kick up top. So Bruce Lee, you see him looking over that back shoulder, his left leg is going to come around, Chuck Norris wide open for the spin kick here. Boom! Now, one of the best ways to set up the spinning hook kick is to continue the momentum of your kick. So in this case, the round kick. He's just going to follow through with the momentum of that kick, and that just so beautifully sets up the spinning hook. Another example of just following through with momentum would be the crescent kick, which is coming around to the side. Then you just follow that momentum and use it to look over your back shoulder. You see that the spinning kick is open, go for it, brother. Hit your spin kick. Here's another interesting use of the spinning hook kick, right? He's going to combo into it here. A lot of times people are going to duck underneath your spinning hook kick. It's a common defense. And that doesn't mean the spinning hook kick is no good, right? What you just have to do is be ready for the duck. So you see here, Bruce Lee sticks the landing. That's very important with a spinning hook kick. You have to land in a position where you're good to throw again so you can punish stuff like that. Next up, we're going to talk about Bruce Lee's massive hooks. Massive combinations of hooks. Now, there's a little bit of magic science when it comes to throwing combos of hooks. The idea is that the momentum builds, so each hook is stronger than the last. So these are not four hooks of equal power. Each hook is stronger than the last, with the last one being the strongest. And to get this effect, you've really just got to learn the flow. You've got to learn the rhythm. You've got to learn the timing. You got to be like Waterman. Just hit when it needs to hit. The idea of keeping that momentum going side to side to build the power can work with a variety of circular attacks, right? So here you see Bruce start off with a shovel hook that's coming in this direction. Then he comes around with what I could only describe as a reverse shovel hook. But what's important here is it's the exact opposite direction of that first shovel hook, thus counterbalancing the forces at play. Now we're going to channel all that momentum into a third circular attack. Theoretically the strongest of the attacks that he's thrown so far in a circular fashion, continuing the momentum of each, thus creating more powerful strikes as he goes. And then when you get really good at learning how to continue momentum, you can do it on one side. So here we see a shovel hook coming from this side. Now he's going to keep the energy flowing and wind it up into the next punch. Going to be another shovel hook coming on that same side. So two from the same direction, not alternating back and forth. Now in this case, we're going to see that it's the same limb doing the attack. So here we see Bruce come up with the punch, right? That's a technique done with the arm, obviously. Same direction, right? Same path of momentum comes the kick. Two coming from one side. All right, someone facing many opponents. Some moves he seems to really favor. The first being the double kick. Why wouldn't it be? You can hit two guys coming at you from two different 45-degree angles and kick them both in the testicles. Fantastic move for facing many opponents. One, of course, you got to throw in the side kick.